John Weber in the Low Country with this week's edition of Low Country Connect. This is the only show that you're going to learn about the lifestyle and the culture of Bluffton in the Hilton Head area of South Carolina. This week's video, I'm going to talk about the 5 pitfalls when purchasing real estate in the Low Country. So stay tuned and let's do this. The 5 pitfalls when you buy real estate in the Low Country, Bluffton, Hilton Head, South Carolina. And I actually thought of this when I had a client that kind of after our appointment, they went off and they started talking to people like people should be doing your homework, gathering intel about different things about the area. What should they be looking for? What should they not be looking for? And if you don't really understand it totally, you'll pick up something from a stranger or somebody you meet, and it's going to screw up everything, and neither side has the right information. I'm going to say number 1, this actually happened to me. I was showing a home in Sun City, and my client met other people in the area, and they said, well, be careful about the stucco houses. Don't buy a stucco house in Sun City. And I said, well, let me explain that. And I did a video on stucco in Sun City, but just as a refresher, years ago, Pulte hired a third party to apply stucco to like 3,000 or 4,000 homes, and they applied it improperly. Major lawsuit going on, what a mess. And what happened was it was applied improperly, and it trapped moisture behind the stucco, and you had bad moisture problems in the walls. So any home, and this is pretty much isolated to Sun City, any home in Sun City that is listed, that listing agent will always tell the seller, we'll put your home on the market, but we need to have a stucco report. And they bring in a moisture mapping company. They put ultraviolet on the sides of the house. It determines if there's moisture in the house. So they do all that, and they get a clean stucco report and it's attached to the listing. So you're not going to buy a house in Sun City with moisture problems. It's not going to happen. So be aware of that. There's an answer to anything you might hear about stucco issues in Sun City. This can happen in other areas down here, so just be aware of the moisture mapping behind stucco. Number 2, taxes. Of course, it's a little bit confusing because you get 2 things going on. You're going to be a resident of South Carolina, you're going to be a non-resident of South Carolina. There's 2 different tax rates. And you also have Beaufort County and Jasper County. This particular client was looking in Beaufort County, and they met people said stay away from Jasper County because it has a much higher tax rate. It's really not that much higher. In Beaufort County, you can figure 0.6% of the purchase price. This is a good ballpark number. If you're in Jasper County, 1% of the purchase price, maybe a little bit over, but there is a higher tax percentage in Jasper County. And there's a big difference if you're a resident or you're not a resident. If you're a resident of South Carolina, you buy a home and you're going to live there, it's 4% times an assessed rate. And if you're a non-resident, 6%. You go, that's not that big of a deal. Well, they shove the school taxes into the non-resident taxes. So be aware of that, and that can trip you up as well. Number 3, this is another one that happened to my client. When you move down here, don't run out and join the first golf club or golf situation you see, because anything can happen. You may live here 3-4 months and find a better deal, and you've already paid thousands of dollars in one particular neighborhood because that's where you thought you were going to play golf all the time. Where after 3 months you're living there and you understand there's a completely better program in another community where you can play several golf courses, but it's too late because you've already joined the place where you live. So I'm not saying the place where you live is bad with golf. It's just look at your options before you put your hard-earned money down to join a golf situation. Now, This excludes all of these luxury clubs where you must join the golf club. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everybody else. Just be aware there's lots of golf options. We have 45 golf courses between Bluffton and Hilton Head. That's a lot of golf. All kinds of opportunities in golf. Number 4, be aware of builders down here. There's certain luxury builders that are going to build between $350 and $450 per square foot. And that's a lot. That's a really, really nice home with, it's just decked out. Then you have kind of the middle of the road, which is going to be really $250 to $350. Nice home, no doubt about it. So be aware of that. And then if you meet a builder that says, oh yeah, I can build a house for $150 a square foot. No, he's probably not telling you about architectural review board possibly. Landscaping allowance that has to be included, all kinds of things like that. When you get into lower numbers per price per square foot, you might be talking about some of these production builders, and there's nothing wrong with that. These guys are very, very good. Normal builders cannot touch them because they're building production of houses and they have good prices. But just be aware of a builder that's going to quote you. I would say in this market with lumber and it's hard to find different things for a house, anything less than $200 a square foot, that's not really my clients, to tell you the truth. They're not building homes for that price. So be aware of that. And if you want a list of builders, please contact me and I'll be happy to send you the best of the best, all the way down to where you can build a really nice home and you're not going to spend way up here. Last one, appraisals. This is a biggie. Appraisals in this market, summer of 2021, appraisals they're way behind sales. Sales are way up here and we're selling things and people are, I don't care, 20,000 over, it doesn't matter, I'll put the offer in, it's a cash, no contingencies, I'll buy it. Appraisals are back here and they're taking comps and they're coming up with numbers, but over the rest of this year, appraisals are going to start to catch up. So if you're buying a house now and it doesn't appraise for what that contract price is, it's because they're lagging behind, and that's what's going on now. But it's going to catch up. So if you buy a house and it doesn't appraise, you got to come up with extra money. I'm going to say it's worth it because appraisals will catch up because all of these closings are taking place now, which is going to give the appraisers new comps, if you follow me. Anyway, the 5 pitfalls to buying property in the Low Country. These are important items right here, and when you contact my team, we'll go over these items with you. I've got a great group of seasoned agents. I have appraisers, builders, attorneys, all of that, and we guide you through the process to finding your dream home. So call us, the John Weber team will take care of you to find your dream home, and join us on another edition of Low Country Connect. We'll be coming each week to you.